for clicking on this video. Like, subscribe, all the stuff down below. We're a month, 2 months out from Shot 3D, TAC, all that stuff kicking off. Today we're going to be testing the cheapest arrows I can get at Walmart. And we're going to see, everybody has a local Walmart they could run to and buy some arrows. We're going to see how they shoot, how they group, how durable are they, and see if we can have a use for them. See if you could take them to a Shot 3D or a TAC and use them and be successful. So stick around, you'll want to see the end. Appreciate you guys. All right, so I forgot my actual good camera, so we're going to be using an iPhone to film this today, so the quality may not be great, but it'll get the job done. So the arrows we went with are the Bloodsport Hunter Extreme. Straightness 0.006, so not very straight. These were 38 bucks basically for 6. They are fletched and should be ready to go with all the components. They're like $6.33 an arrow. So yes, you could find cheaper. The Selenita or whatever, Dragons or whatever would be cheaper off Amazon. The reviews on those are just so mixed and so bad. And the company, from what I understand, they do a lot of ripping other companies off. It's a Chinese company. I'm sure these are made in China too, so I'm not like on the high horse if I want, American only or whatever. But the company itself is pretty sketchy. They, so one thing to understand, anytime you see somebody saying these are great or you see a good positive review, keep in mind they reach out to companies and say, or the company reaches out to people, YouTubers, for example, and say, hey, well, I will send you free arrows if you'll make a video about my arrows, whatever company, and say, if you'll make a positive video, we'll send you some free arrows. And I'm not saying everybody does that. I'm not saying it's everybody's experience, but that does happen. I've been contacted by companies like that. I don't even respond. It's just kind of sketchy. So anyway, let's look at these Bloodsports and see what we got. So we are going to use hot melts, these half outs or whatever you want to call these little inserts. We're going to hot melt them in at full length instead of cutting them down. And then we'll see if we can get them to tune. If we have issues tuning, we'll probably cut them down, but hopefully we can get them to tune up without too much of an issue. All right, so we've glued in these tips. Just keep in mind, if you were to buy these, the tips will not be glued in. You'll need to use some super glue or some hot glue or something like that to glue these half outs in. And you will need to provide the 100 grain tips or 125, whatever you're using. You will need to provide that as well. They will not come with them. And they may come with the Selenitos or whatever, but just something to keep in mind. Knock fit's actually pretty good. That's kind of one of the things I was worried about, was would the nocks be real tight or real loose or real fat. It's pretty good knock fit. That's one of those things that I've heard people say, if you shoot the Salnitos, you're going to have to replace the nocks, because if the knock gets broke or cracked, it's like a dry fire and you don't want to do that to your bow. So let's see if they'll tune up. They're super long right now. Just slightly tip left. All right, so you can see these tears were like our really bad tears, small tears starting off, just a little high, about perfect. It's kind of hard to see because that other rips there. And this is the last couple. These are the last two. Not great because this paper's not straight, but pretty good. And honestly, I feel like if I cut these down, they would tune up even better. All right, so we're running out of light, but we're gonna see if we can at least get a group around 40 yards. These are 20 grains different than what this bow has been shooting, so we'll have to adjust a little bit, but we ought to be pretty close. It's getting dark, but we just wanna see how they'll group, and we could obviously sight them in better at a later date, but we need to see if they'll group tight. All right, let's go take a look at these. I cannot see where I'm hitting. I know I'm hitting left. I'm aiming at the deer, so It's not like I'm actually even aiming at like a dot, so I don't expect to be super accurate. And I adjusted the windage trying to bring it in, but 35 yards, first time shooting the, you know, that's not the greatest group by any means, but 35 yards. 35 yards. These four aren't bad. Obviously, I'm aiming here, they're hitting the left. I need to adjust some stuff, but another beautiful sunset here in January now. It's January. So far, these aren't doing bad. In all honesty, I'll probably have to cut them down to get a little bit better flight. 350 on a 29-inch arrow is it's not going to be super easy to tune on a 70-pound bow. My draw, I think, is 28 inches. Kind of varies depending on let off and what bow it is, what brand. But I'm going to shoot them some more in some daytime, see if we can really fine tune them. It'd be cool to group these. Let me explain to you what I want to do with these. The idea is when you go to these events, whether it be TAC or Shot 3D, everyone has some kind of a rhino or something that, iron rhino that you got to shoot through a little hole that's like 4 inches. I would like to shoot these $6 arrows and not HLRs or UV1Ks or RIP XVs, some kind of $20-something arrow. I'd rather shoot these $6 arrows. So if I can get them to group and I can get a little sight tape for them, I think these would be a really fun arrow to just have for Iron Rhino challenge and stuff like that. And we'll see, maybe hunt with them. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to kill a doe or something with them. Just to prove you still can. Obviously you can, people do every day, but it'd be kind of cool just for a challenge. So we're gonna fine tune at least one of these bows and see if we can get it out there and really get one dialed in and get see how tight we can get these groups. All right, in an effort to make these tune a little better, we're gonna cut them down to the same length that my other arrows are. So luckily we use hot melt. We can heat this up, pop these out, cut them down, heat it back up, stick them back in, and we don't waste any arrows or arrow components in the process. So should be pretty straightforward. Okay, one down. All right, next up, we're gonna square them off. We've cut them. It should be pretty square, but this just gives us a little bit more. All right, so we've cut them, we've squared them. We're gonna take some Q-tips, clean out all this carbon that's in here. And there's a lot. So if you don't have a saw, you can have your shop do this. Again, it's normally pretty cheap. It's only like 50 cents an arrow. So you'd be looking at $3. But I always advise you just to get a saw because it is fun to do your own stuff. All right, so let's repeat the same process we did the first time. Heat it up, put it on here. Heat it up again. Ram it in. Let that dry, and then we'll wipe away that. So you just take them now that it's dried, and this will just peel right off. That one's not the best one, but this one's pretty good. Once you peel that off, you get a nice clean look on that. All right, so we've changed things up a little bit. We put the UV slider 2 on the Mach 33. This is the backup bow for TAC Shot 3D, so why wouldn't we have our 2 sight tapes on this one versus our actual hunting bow, the Mach 30. So we gotta get her tuned up for this bow now. So we've got them cut down. Let's see how they fly through paper. Five shots to get a bullet hole. See where we started, we're just a touch right. Both of these shots, move the shim, touch left, move the rest to get it really where it should be and just about perfect. So 5 shots, I think we're ready to start sighting in. All right, so as we go out here to shoot some, the goal is to get a good group at 40. That's really all we're trying to do. These are for shooting, you know, iron bull or whatever, iron bison, iron deer. So if they explode, you're only out $6, not 20 or 30. So anyway, we're gonna start at 20 yards, shooting at that target, we're gonna just try to get sighted in. This sight's brand new to this bow, so I'm sure it's gonna take a little bit of sighting in. Then we're gonna back up and just see how good a group can we get at 40 yards. Okay, so 6 shots. I've got this thing dialed in at 20. I need to get speed and some measurements so that I can get a sight tape, but I had to bump the dead stop up on the UV slider too. But let me walk you through this. This is pretty impressive for these arrows. This was the first shot. High right, move the sight over. Second shot, bumped it all the way to the dead stop here. So at this point, I've got to move the dead stop. Go move the dead stop, turn the dial so it goes up, hits the dead stop. The next 3 shots. These 2 are touching, and this one's just off of there. I mean, those three are freaking great shots for $6 arrows. Granted, it's 20 yards, but let's back on up. We'll keep that same mark and go to 40. We're close, but hitting a little high. So if I keep the same mark, back up 10 more yards, it ought to be really close. I'm telling you, these arrows, the cheapest Walmart arrows I could find that were actually for a compound bow. They've got some for like Genesis bows and stuff, but actual compound bow, you know, this is 40 yards. And there's only one out of the black. And you can see these ones up here. These 3 were the first ones I shot where, like I said, I was hitting a little high. So I bumped it down just a little bit. And then these 3 are in the center of the black. Now left and right's off a little bit. I could make a million excuses for that too, but first time shooting these arrows, 40 yard, that group, I'm not complaining about that a bit. I'm gonna go get some measurements, get some speeds, and get a sight tape printed for these arrows. And we'll probably have a follow-up video, but just for a first video about these Bloodsport Walmart arrows, they're like $6 an arrow. Pretty impressed with them so far. All right, one last thing about these arrows for the price, being that I don't have to order them from China. I don't have to replace nocks. The aluminum or whatever these little half-out systems are seem to work good. They fly good. I would advise cutting them down. I wish they weren't 350s. I wish they were 300s, but 350s cut down to, these are like 27, I think, work really good. So if you're looking to shoot Shot 3D or TAC and you want to buy some cheap arrows, you don't want to use your expensive arrows, these would be a good option. And you're not ordering them from Temu or whatever. So you're not having to worry about your bow dry firing because the nocks are cheap and blowing up and running your expensive bows. So I don't get anything from these people. I'm not sponsored by them. I just think it's kind of cool to have some cheap arrows that fly pretty good. So check them out and look for a follow-up video. I've got a sight tape we're going to print on these. I got all the measurements. We're going to print a sight tape on these. We're going to see how they shoot. I may shoot a course with them this spring. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Check out RamboBikes.com. Use RRR Woods at checkout. Save yourself some money. Thank you guys.